Don't blink, it's your boy Hank. Welcome to the show. And doing well on this 11 October 2024. I am okay, let's do it one more time. But so excited to talk about this. We're not wearing the mask because I'm a bit sick. This is part two actually. We did a pre videos for the movie The Substance. So we went to see the movie. A very small recap of what happened is the movie. Okay, I have a friend. You guys know him. I'm not gonna say who. I have a couple of friends, luckily, but he called me, which he never does, and he was like, "Dude, I need your help." And I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" And it's like I don't know how to talk about it because this guy is more so a leader, so it doesn't show his vulnerability, and he doesn't show often that he needs some help. But he needed some help, so I'm like, okay, dude, no problem. I'm gonna help you, no problem. Just tell me what's up. Just tell me what's going on. And then he wouldn't tell me. So me and him have this habit of going to the theater often. So I'm like, okay, I want to go see a movie, and I'm like, I said, I want to go see a movie, right? And the guy was like, well, I don't know if there's any movie that you would like. But he said like that, he said, you would like. And then I was like, okay, well, what happened? Tell me what movie you would like. And he told me The Substance. Now, this guy, sadly, I doesn't like being filmed, so I didn't film me going to the theater. And this guy knows that I don't like horror movie. And with again, a very small recap, I went on the internet and I was kind of curious about The Substance because I'm a fan of Courtney Cox. Loved her since Friends. I'm a huge fan, actually. I think she's more beautiful. Sorry, Jennifer Aniston. So when I look at Friends, Monica was always more my type. Don't question why, it just happened. And she had a new movie. And at the end, I'm like, dude, if you want to watch that movie, you want to watch that movie. But I did read an article that said that a lot of people left the theater. I wanted to see it. So he said, okay, let's watch The Substance. And I'm like, ugh. Okay, for you, bro, for you. And I gotta say, The Substance, easily one of the best fucking movie I've ever saw. And I'll be completely honest, I don't think it's horror. I don't see The Substance as a horror movie. I see it extremely gory. I see it as extremely disgusting. But do I see it as in a horror movie? No. It's just very troubling. There's moments in the movie where you're like, bro, stay together, keep it together, bro. Come on, Inky, you're a man, dude. Be a man. And in the movie, in the theater, there's a lot of people go, ugh, holy shit, wash. There's some very, very, not emotional, but very, we know when people they talk about their emotion, some very expressive people that were saying, again, our movie was disgusting. And I gotta say, one of the best movies. So the movie is actually a really, really good movie. I want to give a shout out to Courtney Cox, who did a fantastic job. I am sorry to say I don't know the other actress name. I haven't seen her before. But I also want to give a shout out to Daniel McQuaid, which is one of the character in the movie, and he plays such a good character. So I'm gonna take care of his character first because he has not a lot to do with the story. So this character is like an announcer, and he's the leader of a television set. So Courtney Cox she doesn't do movies. She does a show about Iro. Can tell I'm tired. Come on, a little bit of energy. A show about aerobics, basically training on TV. And the character's like, yo, I need to replace her. She's getting old. Daniel McQuaid is an asshole. In that movie, he's an asshole, but he's an honest asshole. It's like, you're getting older. People don't want to see your movie. And he's really rude, but then he's always like, the show must go on, the show must go on. And then there's even a scene where the younger girl, so I'm going to tell you why there's a younger girl. She's crying, and she's afraid. And then McQuaid, you gotta smile, pretty girl smile. And it's just constantly pushing the idea of you have to show yourself. The movie, we're gonna come back later today. We're gonna come back later to it. The movie is actually that. So the main character, which is Jennifer Tilly, think about Chucky. Uh, Courtney Cox. She is Jessie Smile. I believe it's Jessie Sparkle, something like that. Sparkle, something like that. And what happened is she gets older and she loses the job. And then she's like, oh, I'm so old. Nobody likes me. And there's this really sweet scene where she looks at herself in the mirror and she sees the ravages of time. Atlas Earth, I'm not a sponsor, but still, I'm enjoying the game. After all, it's a game that I can do on both channel. So yeah, so she sees herself in the mirror and she see how old she is. She goes to do a checkup, a checkup, and it's kind of cool. There's a doctor and a scene that's like, oh, everything is fine, and the other doctor, like the younger one, almost the apprentice, an ad. He's like, yo, you're a good candidate for this program. And he tells her about the substance. So the substance is this really, 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 really cool thing. And it's nuts because it is such a complicated concept that it took me at least half the movie to understand what it is. So the substance is you're basically forming a double. So basically, and it's horrible, it's disgusting. But basically what happened is the old body becomes a cocoon, and then you take the spine, the spinal cord, or the, I don't know what you call it, like the backbone, right? There's some fluid in there, that, and you pierce it. So there's the cocoon. There's this younger version of it, and they all have 7 days. So 7 days as Courtney Cox, 7 days as this younger one. Now, the purpose is to be like, oh, I can live my life through you. We're the same person. We don't have the same mentality, and I don't know why she does that, but it's almost as a perversion to, oh, we get to see this. So it's kind of weird because the character of Courtney Cox, in my eyes, the movie The Substance was just about being young again. But then again, she has this double, this body double, or this double. We're gonna call it like a clone, if you will, of her being younger. And it's actually a fucking cool movie. That movie is splendid. What a good movie. There's and I gotta say, I'm gonna say disgusting, but not disgusting. There's a lot of sex scenes. There's a lot of nude scenes. I gotta say, for 6 years old, Courtney Cox looks fucking phenomenal, but incredible. So in the movie, she has this body double, and that body double is like, I want to make a name for myself. What she does is she replaces Jessie Sparkles, which is Courtney Cox's character, and it's so weird because it's 7 days. So she spends 7 days making aerobics. It's kind of cool because the young girl, and it's really nicely put because we don't explain the concept of the substance twice. So she kind of knows that she has 7 days, and she's like, and then she goes to an interview to replace Jessie Sparkle because Jessie Sparkle is too old. The rating are dropping. So the same character with Danielle McQuaid is like, yo, I need someone new, and she does the same thing. Well, technically she does the same thing because it's a clone. So she does the exact same thing as Jessie Sparkle would do because she is, quote unquote, Jessie Sparkles. So they hire her, and she's like, yo, every other week I have to go see my parents. They're healed. And then I'm like, wait, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Go see your parents. We'll work around. We need you. It's like, okay. So the beautiful thing about the movie is they live the perfect life. When I mean, you feel bad for the character of like Courtney Cox. You really feel bad. So she has 7 days where she does whatever she wants. She's finally retired. She developed this passion for cooking, and she started cooking. And then she gets to see the younger form of herself pierce every single. It's like, oh, I'm finally the most popular again. And you realize that this is a spoiler. It's gonna be a spoiler. You realize that all along, Courtney Cox didn't care about being young. All along, Courtney Cox didn't care about being able to be young again and to be beautiful. She only cared about that fame, and she didn't want to let the fame go away. The movie starts with a very cool scene of a star on the Hollywood Boulevard, and that star is broken to shit. And it's supposed to be a picture or representation of the career of the main character dying. Not dying, but the career dying. Not the character dying, the career dying. So yeah, we got Courtney Cox that goes in, and she's like, oh, my career is pretty much done. So the fact that Sue, which is the younger part of Courtney Cox, the younger double, if you will, and you will, who does fantastic. So Courtney Cox is just chill, she's cooking, right? And then we have the younger self. And the younger self, she does shows, and she does another show. She wants to party. So there's just one night, right, where she spent more than 7 days. And when we see the characters of Courtney Cox, you see that her character is all fucked up. There's a finger that is very, very weird, almost decomposed, almost dead. And you realize that it's because she spent more than 7 days. So she called the company. She's like, "Yo, how can I do?" And the company says, "Listen, you knew the risk. What has been lost has been lost. You're gonna get it back." So she's like, "Okay, well, this happened. It only happened once. It's not a big deal." And then the second time, she takes even more time, and this time the whole leg of Courtney Cox become decomposed. So there's this constant relationship of hatred. Courtney Cox started to hate the character of Sue, but the character of Sue is a sweet character. So, okay, character of Sue, you feel also bad for her. So Courtney Cox, you feel bad for her because she's getting older and she realized that her whole life has been based on her looks. Now it doesn't work anymore. And then the character, the younger character, you feel bad for her because she realizes that she only exists to serve as a replacement for Courtney Cox. So she's like, I don't even have my whole life. My whole life is just doing what I'm supposed to do. And there's even a scene where she complained, I don't have the time to do anything I want. That's why she takes more time. So the third time, she takes more time. Now we have a horrible Courtney Cox. She really takes it all the time. And then makeup is wonderful. Courtney Cox becomes this kind of monster. She doesn't look like a monster, but she kind of becomes this monster. And what she does is it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. She loses all of her hair. She become like this. She has this huge like arthritis, I guess. This huge bump in her back, and she looks like a monster. And we see her naked, and it is not Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox has a really nice body. This one is disgusting. So she becomes enraged. She becomes really, really enraged. And she called the company and she said, "Oh, that bitch, which is Sue, took so much time. She's stealing my time." And the company's like, "I'm sorry that you don't take the product. If you want to take the product." It's a really cool movie. I'm telling you guys, it's worth watching. She takes the product and she's like, if you want to end the product, all you have to do is kill the double. So they give her like a poison, like a needle to give poison, and she does it. And the cool thing is, she goes with it. She goes through it, just to realize that she cannot do it. She cannot bring herself to do it. So there's a lot of poison in the in the youngest version. So what Courtney Cox does, she puts her own fluid of life inside the younger body, and the younger body comes to life. And the younger body realized that the older one was really trying to kill her. And they're fighting, and you feel bad because Courtney Cox is this old person, and everyone is fucking strong. She kicks her, and you got the body of Courtney Cox going through walls, and it's like, holy shit, she's strong, dude. She is very strong. Then again, she's maybe 25, 27, which is peak physical performance, and Courtney Cox is this character that's almost 70, 80 years old, right? And there's this beautiful scene that I didn't mention where the young one fucked a dude, and you realize that the dude was also using the substance, and the dude is like, yo, you remember her. So it's kind of weird because at some point, it's not precise how much, but there's almost this, they're different people, but there's almost this shared memories. So Courtney Cox's character is like, oh, I remember you did this. I don't think she remember everything, but she's like, yeah, I remember this. And then she see the billboards, like, holy shit, were huge. And she's like, ugh. And she's fucked the old man, and she asked the old man, did you follow me? And like, no, I just wanted to see the real you. They take away as all of their, and you see that the body of the old man is all fucked up. And it's kind of cool because it happens the day of Courtney Cox have this finger that is fucked up. So you see this guy and his arm is fucked up, and you realize that he used this substance too. So the younger version of himself did the same as the younger version of herself. And when she revived him, the reason why she revived him, I think she felt bad for the younger self, but there's also this really cruel and greedy reason, and it's this cruel and greedy reason is because they were hired to do the New Year show, which is the biggest show, and she wanted to do it. So the younger version, she kills the old version, and it's like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? And then she moves on, she moves on, she moves on. The 7 days once again passes, and she's starting to lose teeth. It's like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? So she does, and that's disgusting. She takes the cadaver of the old Courtney Cox, take the fluid, which is all poison, and inject herself with. So she becomes almost this monster. And it's really sad because this monster wear a dress. This monster take a picture of Courtney Cox's face and glue it on her face. She has one good ear, she put a hearing on it. She's deformed, she's a monster. She's losing eyes. She has this face under the dress of Courtney Cox. And she goes and she performs, and everybody said how disgusting she is. There's people on the scene who's attacking her because she's a monster. So they're taking her almost an axe, and they're attacking her, and they're attacking her, and they're attacking her, and they're hacking her off. They're hacking limb from limb, which is really disgusting, and really really disgusting. And at the end, the character of Courtney Cox, the old one, still alive. She is like this form of liquid, and she's able to crawl to the star. She's the very same star in the beginning, and she dies on her star. So the movie is okay. So the movie isn't horror; it's very gory. There's not a scene where you're like, holy shit, I can't believe this happened. So it's really good. I would say it's a bit too gory for the normal people. There was some time where I'm like, holy shit, I can't watch that. And the big part of the movie, it's a social construct. It's a social show of, okay, well, this is what we expect our celebrity. We always want the fame. There's Daniel McQuaid character who's always like, the show must go on, the show must go on. And if you don't do the job, we'll find somebody else to do the job. And you got Courtney Cox that doesn't want to be replaced. And you realize that Courtney Cox, she only cared about the fame, and she only cared about not being replaced because, like, that's my spot. I've been there for so many years. And you feel bad for her because she's a victim of her own fame. She couldn't give up fame, so she had this younger version of her. That younger version of her stole her life. That's the movie. So it's a really good movie. It's really gory. Great movie. I had a really fun time watching it. And I would totally watch it again. So if you're planning on watching The Substance, please do. It's really good. Anywho, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.